guys, welcome to my first ever video on this new account. Today we're going to be doing something a little special. We're going to be playing Farming Sim, but we start with the biggest tractor. Not the biggest harvester, not the biggest baling equipment, the biggest tractor in the game, which I believe is the Case IH Quad Track. We're going to see how far can we get, and our goal by the end of today or end of the series is to pay back and make back our debt. So, pay $250,000 back and make $250,000 back. That's our goal. Let's get started. Alright, so we've gotten us a plot of land, and this is all we're gonna need, really. So, we don't have a house, which means we'll have to be farming in the dark, and we won't be able to afford a house for a while, but I think this should get us somewhere. So let's go see what's planned on the plot of land we have already. Alright, so here's our plot of land we own. We own, I think this is soybeans being grown on it, so we'll have a good revenue coming off of this field, but we better go get the combine and everything else we need for this farm, because it ain't gonna be easy getting started, and it ain't gonna be easy finishing. Alright, so we've gotten everything moved down here. So, like I said, our one goal in this is to be able to pay back our debt, and maybe eventually, depending on how the series does, get a big farm. So, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to start by cutting these soybeans, because this is gonna take a while with that tractor. Let's do a time lapse. So the combine is now full. I'm really in two things. I should have gone a bigger grain wagon because this thing's struggling to be pulled behind this. And it feels almost illegal to be running a Case IH along with a John Deere. I don't know why, it just feels illegal. But we're gonna fill this up. They'll probably end up selling this trailer and getting a new one because this ain't gonna help us out a whole lot. Yeah, this thing is already almost full from just that, so we'll definitely get a bigger one this next go around. We'll buy them at the shop real quick. So there's one thing I'm just now realizing is that grain car is too little, and I'm gonna have to go back and like go sell it, and then come back, get the rest of the grain, then sell it again. So we'll have to make 2 trips, and then hopefully those 2 trips we can afford a bigger trailer. Because that was a big mistake by me. Alright, so now I'm getting to take the grain off, which we're taking to the restaurant. I think that would be our best bet in order to get a bunch of money. Because we're going to pay back the debt and grow the farm. That's going to be kind of difficult because we're not going to talk about, something breaks down or just really anything. I was going to say tire blow, but that's not going to happen on a track. So I'll let y'all know when we get to the barn. Or the restaurant, not barn. Alright, we have made it here to the restaurant, so now we can sell our soybeans. Or get a bigger trailer, because I'm really going to need that. I just figured out that the ranch is selling it for a very similar price, so I think we're just going to start taking it to the ranch. But let's go sell this and get a new trailer. Alright, here's our brand new trailer. I thought the other one would be enough, but maybe not, so this one does hold a lot more, I believe. Let's head back, fill it up, and then we're going to take stuff down to the ranch now. Alright, so we're loading up again, and we've made $4,000 off of the soybeans and buying the trailer, so we at least made money, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to pay back yet. I thought we were going to pay back around $10,000 a day, and then we'll hopefully our loan will be taken off our hands. This is the ranch. I think this will be just better in the long run since it's closer and ain't got to travel as far. But that's gonna do it for this harvest. I think let's go ahead and pay back some of our debt. So if you see right down there, the bottom corner, there is a loan right there. We don't need that. So we're gonna repay 10 grand right there, and now we're back down to 43,000. So instead of $250,000 debt, we now have a $240,000 debt, which is way better in my opinion. Sometimes less is better. Less is more, I mean. But I think that will do it on today's episode of how far can I get with the biggest tractor. I think next episode we will be planting and harvesting and hopefully some contract work. So if y'all stayed this long, thank you so much for watching, and please hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot. You boys out.